Today I have to somehow complete a rebuild, but with 0 superstars. We're gonna spin this wheel to determine which team we use. Ooh, we get the Cowboys. So one way or another, I've got to bring the Cowboys to their first Super Bowl since 1995. But I've got to get rid of Dak, CD, George Pickens, and more. And yo, shout out to the fan that I met at the Red Sox game who specifically asked me to do a Cowboys rebuild. And I know this might not be exactly what you asked for, but beggars can't be choosers. So I can keep the players as long as they have star development or worse, but any player with superstar, any player with X Factor, they've got to be traded. And again, it's just never optimal when the first thing you got to do at the start of your rebuild is get rid of 4 of your top 5 players. So it's like, who do I trade away first? Like CD, Dak, Quinn Williams, or George Pickens? Or is the best route just to package them all into the same trade? But then obviously, when I have to trade these players away, I can't acquire superstars in return, can't acquire X Factors either. Basically, what I'm going to have to do is try and find the best replacements possible that only come in as star dev or worse. But even if I do trade for a player like Bo Nix to be our starting quarterback, if he eventually becomes a superstar, at that point, I gotta trade him away. I really wish I didn't come up with this challenge, because honest to God, dude, it might be too complex for my dumb hick brain. But I suppose we go ahead and start by trading away our lowest of our 4 superstars / X Factors, see what we can get for George Pickens. And like in the midst of doing all this, I suppose we need to look at our team needs here. Probably could use another offensive lineman or 2, maybe could even use an upgrade on Jake Ferguson. I mean, I suppose a better running back would be nice, even though Javonte Williams isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, somehow in the midst of all this, we need to replace both CD and George Pickens, so maybe I just swap George Pickens for a receiver, maybe get 2 players for 1, who knows. In the defense, obviously, the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys, probably need an entire new linebacker core, at least need to get 1 more edge rusher, maybe a cornerback or 2. Then obviously, it's exciting to have Caleb Downs here at free safety, but I have a bad feeling by the end of the season, he's going to be a superstar, so we're going to have to trade him away eventually. But with all that said, it is finally time to try and deal our first player and see what we can get. Like DeAndre Swift, that's just not enough. I mean, I can trade for draft picks if I want to, but ideally I get a player or maybe even 2 in return. Paris Johnson would be kind of nice. Lad McConkey, Rashee Rice, at least today he's not in jail. So I honest to God wonder if that's our best bet. Like counter a trade here, instead of picking up a 3rd and 7th round pick, maybe try to get another position of need in return. I mean, middle linebackers are team's #1 need, so Nick Bolton would be nice here. And I wonder if I could squeeze in something else here. I mean, even this trade is accepted, I just absolutely despise the fact we're potentially giving George Pickens to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. What are the odds that I could grab George Karlaftis? So George Pickens for Rashee Rice, Nick Bolton, and George Karlaftis. Submit this trade through. Trade is accepted. Genuinely had no idea that was going to happen. But brother, I feel like this is an incredible return for George. Have who will probably end up our new wide receiver 1, new start middle linebacker, and a new edge rusher. So I have to say, dude, what a freaking start. Now again, we always run the risk of a player like Rashee Rice, if he had a big season, turning into a superstar, but we'll cross that bridge once we get there. I will say, if the player becomes a superstar at the end of the season, they're locked in until the playoffs are over. But if we don't win the Super Bowl, if a player did become a superstar at that point, we have to trade him away once the offseason begins. And again, that goes for literally any player on the entire team, because for all we know, dude, Terrence still will become a superstar. But with that said, fellas, the fire sale continues. Quinn Williams going to be our only defensive player to trade away at the start of this first season. Again, I would love to bring in 2 starters if possible. Could use another offensive lineman, but at the same time, probably do need to get a defensive tackle in return if at all possible. Ideally, a half decent one. Kobe Turner wouldn't be a bad shout. Okay, Chris Olave actually could be kind of nasty. I really don't think Chris Olave and Rashee Rice would be that bad of a step down from George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, if at all. I mean, dude, is that what we do? Like, just go ahead and bring in our new wide receiver 1, because we can get him. He's just a star. Let's counter, though, and see if we can get something else alongside this package. I mean, to be fair, there's really not much. Maybe Justin Reed, and it can be our long-term free safety once Caleb Downs inevitably becomes either an X Factor or a superstar. Let's see if this will be accepted. Trade not accepted, but it's super close. What if we actually threw in Travis Etienne here to be a little bit of an upgrade from Javonte Williams? Which we could just go ahead and throw in Javonte as well. It's not written in stone that we have to only trade away superstars or X Factors. On top of that, we will still try to bring in Justin Reed. See how close this is? I mean, I really think if we throw in a couple draft picks, we can make this trade happen. You'll see later that I'm only allowed to make first-round picks, which is nice because we get to start with 2 of them. So if the CPU is picking for us for the rest of the draft, I wouldn't mind just throwing in a 3rd-round pick, submit it through. Got a little bit closer. Maybe go ahead and get rid of Kevontae Turpin. Even closer. Hitting him with 1 more future 3. Closer. Screw it. Go ahead and throw in my 4th. Submitted through. Come on. The deed is finally done, fellas. I had to throw in a future second, which I didn't want to, but I think it's a pretty big haul in return. Chris Olave, a new running back, Justin Reed, while getting rid of Quinn Williams. Also, Javonte Williams. Apparently, we have something against the Williams here. Turpin, third, future second. But I think that's a pretty good haul. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, unfortunately, fellas, in the midst of all this, you got to remember, we have to somehow get a new starting quarterback for this season. So I wonder if our best chance of actually doing that is trading CD for a quarterback. Because obviously, I don't think we're going to be able to get ourselves a 90-plus rated quarterback. But I could definitely see ourselves getting, like, maybe a Caleb Williams. Oh, wait, I can't. Like, who's even, like, the best star quarterback option in the problem is if I do get a star quarterback, if he ends up being good, he'd probably end up a superstar by the end of the year. It's like so many potential problems. Like I can't even get 79 rated Jaden Daniels. This really might end up being one of the trickiest rebuild challenges I've ever tried to complete. Like I'm just not settling for a Tua, man. Trevor Lawrence now is a decent option. Maybe we can get Sam Darnold. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's the best bet. I think our best bet's going after Trevor Lawrence here. Which with this being Madden, the overalls are most important when it comes to making trades. So I feel like this would definitely be accepted straight up here. Can't believe we're going from Dak Prescott to Trevor Lawrence, who actually had a good year last season, but he should be able to still progress for us. Hopefully not to a superstar, but we absolutely can get something in return with this. The problem, though, is we don't really have many players that's going to help us long-term here at positions that we need. Like, it's just a bunch of low 80 rateds. Like, obviously, you're not going to be able to package Josh Hines Allen with them. So I actually wonder here if the best bet is to actually go back and try to bring in Sam Darnold. Because with Sam Darnold, like maybe we could also bring in Leonard Williams, maybe DeMarcus Lawrence. Oh, Byron Murphy would be nice. Okay, let's actually do that. Try to package Sam Darnold with Byron Murphy, maybe one of either Abraham Lucas or Charles Cross. Let's go Abraham Lucas since he's a scheme fit. Now, let's see if they'll accept this. So CeeDee Lamb for Sam Darnold, Byron Murphy, and Abraham Lucas. And I honestly wonder if I get a draft pick out of this. I just want to experiment. Submit it through. Okay, it's declined. I don't even know without the first round pick if it's going to be accepted. It's not even halfway, fellas. That's not good. Not good at all. Well, if we took Lucas out, it's still halfway. I wonder if it's Byron Murphy making this trade hard, or is it Sam Darnold? Okay, maybe it is Sam Darnold. That's not good, fellas. Not good at all. So we might have to abort mission and go after a different quarterback. Like, is Bo Nix the move? 81 rated Bo Nix. Like, who else could I throw in here? Like, maybe Zach Allen. Let's maybe try one of their receivers. Submit it through. Not close again, brother. So what about just these two? Still decline. God dang it. I might have to abort mission again. This is a learning experience, fellas, that we're experiencing together. So I wonder if our only chance of getting ourselves a half-decent quarterback is waiting until we trade away Dak Prescott, and at that point in time, just have to downgrade in terms of overall. So maybe CD is where we bring in a long-term starter at defensive tackle. Hey, Sauce Gardner would be nice. We definitely need a good #1 cornerback. We do need to replace Quinn Williams, though. Wait, I can't get Sauce. What am I talking about? Sauce is a superstar. I might have actually been trying to trade for superstars before, but my brain is so fried already that I'm probably gonna end up failing this challenge. Keep it in mind, you dumb hick. You can only trade for stars or worse. That's funny. Saints trying to send me Quinn Williams back immediately. Like, who's our best option at defensive tackle? They're all superstars. See, good thing I didn't get Zach Allen because he's a superstar. I would have failed the challenge right there. Maybe Milton Williams? Kobe Turner would be nice. Okay, what about a package like this, which I feel like would be huge? Kobe Turner, Kevin Dotson, and Nate Landman, who we can convert to another linebacker position. 3 incredible starters who are all star or worse. For CeeDee Lamb, submit it through. Trades decline, but we are oh so close, fellas. Maybe I can get rid of Terrence Steele since it costs so much money here. Getting even closer. It has officially been done. CeeDee Lamb joins Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams on the Super Bowl favorite LA Rams. We also ship on Malik Hooker, Terrence Steele, and 2 future 4s for Kobe Turner, Kevin Dotson, and Nate Landman. And despite us trading away 3 of our best players, we have somehow, someway improved the team's overall up to 85. Made Kevin Dotson a right tackle. Landman's a start middle linebacker, converted Nick Bolton over to Will. And Kobe Turner slides in as our Quinn Williams replacement. So no superstars are better on defense, and the only superstar are better remaining on offense is the quarterback, Dak Prescott. And this is the big one, fellas. Somehow, we've got to turn Dak Prescott into a worse quarterback who doesn't have superstar. And as we already mentioned, like the only good options I believe are Sam Darnold and probably Trevor Lawrence. So let's see if we can get Sam here somehow. I still would absolutely take Byron Murphy and Abraham Lucas. It's like I just genuinely don't know though if this trade will be accepted. Sam Darnold unfortunately would probably be capped out at like an 86 rated, but I do feel like in terms of the total package that we can get in return, it's probably better than what we can get for Trevor Lawrence. So let's see, my friends, if that is even possible. So Byron Murphy, Abraham Lucas added into the deal. And just to make sure we don't get shafted, also try to get that first round pick, submit it through. Trades decline, but it is oh so close. So we are going to take out this first round pick, see what the Seahawks say. It is even closer, my friends. I mean, we don't need Kenny Clark at this point, so we could trade him away. Still a little ways away. God, probably going to have to throw in some draft picks, which will 100% be worth it. 3 from 2027, edging a little bit closer. Oh, God. I don't have a third round pick for the next 3 years, but arguably one of the biggest trades in Dallas Cowboys history has officially been completed. Dak's gone, Kenny Clark gone, Malik Davis, 2 future thirds and a 5th for Sam Darnold, Byron Murphy, and Abraham Lucas. I am worried though that team overall is going to drop quite drastically. JK! So it's officially official, year 2026, no superstar Dallas Cowboys roster. Guys, Sam Darnold, Travis Etienne, Chris Olave, Rashee Rice, a pretty new looking offensive line. New starters all over the defense. Justin Reed, Byron Murphy, Kobe Turner, George Karlaftis, Nick Bolton, Nate Landman. So in the midst of all this, we might actually have built a pretty good defense. And keep in mind as well, like one of the only restrictions we have building this roster is making sure there's no superstars or X factors. So there's nothing keeping me from signing free agents. Well, actually, can't get Tyreek Hill since he's an X factor. But is there anybody that will actually help my team long term? I mean, we do need depth at corner, and Marshawn Lattimore seems like a good bet. He's a star development, so he's able to be added. Also, could go ahead and sign some long-term middle linebacker depth. And Taylor Decker has star development, so maybe he can actually be like a right tackle. Brother, I might actually be cooking here. So reshuffle the offensive line, which made it look a lot better, and got ourselves a brand new cornerback number 1. But soak in this roster while you can, fellas, because there's a really good chance there's probably 2 or 3 players that we're gonna have to trade once the offseason starts. That's if we don't win the Super Bowl season number 1. So insane, like I'm an hour into this rebuild already, and we haven't even started the first season, but that is until now. We simulate to the playoffs, and I hope at bare minimum, what I've done is good enough to build a playoff team. Well, that's depressing. I think that's the first time on Madden 26 I tied a game. And we were literally a half a game away from earning the wild card, man. And would you look at who took it from us? God, and Dak actually had a really good season. Like, our offense was pretty mid. Defense the same, unfortunately. I mean, Sam Darnold looked pretty good in our offense this season, so as long as he doesn't gain that superstar this year, he should be a good quarterback option for us for the foreseeable future. I mean, the running game could have been a little bit better, like 4.2 yards per carry is pretty average, but at the same time, I guess it could have been worse. Oh God, this worries me. Rashee Rice with an incredible season, 1,400 yards, 18 tutties. An incredible year from him. That just worries me that he's become a superstar, maybe even X Factor. And if that's the case, we're gonna have to trade him away immediately. Good year from Chris Olave. He should hopefully stay a star, but I'm just worried the receiver room is gonna look a lot different next year. And defensively, Bobby, our backup middle linebacker, led us in tackles, and our defensive tackle, Kobe Turner, led us in sacks. So it's actually a good thing that we didn't have everybody go crazy, and probably nobody in our team is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, because if that's the case, their dev trait would increase. So it's like, honestly, we want our players to have like mediocre seasons where they don't have their dev trait go up. We don't want anybody to win a Defensive Player of the Year, anybody to win MVP, and I kind of like what I see from our defense this year in that regard. Like, we don't want all the players we get to be garbage, which again, a really good thing that Sam Darnold didn't get MVP votes. Is depressing though to see Dak Prescott come in the top 7. We had Rashee Rice come second in Offensive Player of the Year voting, which might actually be able to buy us another season. If he would have won the award, he absolutely would have became a superstar, but maybe, just maybe, we can hold out for another season. Now, Kobe Turner did come in 4th somehow, only with 10 sacks. That does worry me, but I feel like we should be okay there. I didn't see Caleb Downs do anything, so maybe he actually isn't a superstar, but I guess it's officially time to check, because some of the players could have had their dev trait already gone up. I'll have to check again once the offseason starts, because after Super Bowls, when everybody's dev trait changes. Let's see. On offense, everybody's still a star. Defensively, gosh dang it, I just knew it was going to happen. Caleb Downs, I have to trade him away me. He's a superstar already, although he didn't do much for us. He did have 87 tackles, so I guess isn't bad from the free safety position. But at bare minimum, in this upcoming offseason, we have at least one player that we're going to have to get rid of. And again, keep in mind, it could very well end up being more than one. Which with that said, I do suppose it's time to go ahead and rip the band-aid off and see if there's any more Cowboys that we have to get rid of. This is like the only time in a rebuild ever I'm rooting against players to have their depth trait go up. God dang it, dude! I knew it. I just knew the season was too good. Rashee Rice up to a superstar. That's going to be our third receiver already in a season and a half they're going to have to trade away. Just please tell me, though, we didn't lose anybody else on defense. Give me a freaking break, man. He only had like 10 sacks, man. Like, how did Kobe Turner become a superstar? That sucks. He's 27 years old, so he could have probably been a 90 overall by the end of next year. God dang it. So before we play our first game in our second season of this rebuild, Rashee Rice, Caleb Downs, and Kobe Turner are all going to have to be traded. Now, there is a problem, though. We have negative $30 million in salary cap, so I might have to wait till the start of next season to trade him away. Good, I'm glad this free agency sucks, because I can't afford to sign anybody. But the good news, though, before I have to trade away Rashee Rice, Kobe Turner, and Caleb Downs, I do have 2 first-round picks I get to make. Not top 10 or anything, but still, I can hopefully find somebody to replace the players that we're going to have to trade away. And then the CPU has to make the picks on day 2 and day 3, and I just don't really have a lot of confidence there. Which the latest mock draft has us going left tackle, which we definitely don't need. And obviously, offensive linemen in this game are least likely to go up to superstar, so I feel like we can keep our linemen for a while. With our second pick in the first round, we're supposed to go another left tackle, dude. Like, we're just not doing that. Hold on a second, though. A few picks ahead of us, the Giants want to go Lance Lawrence here. And the reason I highlight him is he's one of those strong safeties out of USC, which means he's probably the best player in the draft. Now, I'm worried I'll draft him and he's going to be an X factor, which would suck, but I would at least get to keep him for the first season because we won't know until probably the playoffs. But if anything, I could draft him. He could be the Caleb Downs replacement, and then I'd probably have to immediately trade him away the next year. But I say that to say I might as well, if I can, go ahead and trade up 2 spots to nab him if I know he's the best player in the draft, which he probably is, even if I only get to keep him for a year or so. And then I might try to target a wide receiver with our next pick to hopefully replace Rashee Rice. Let's go ahead and try to trade up 2 spots here to make sure we can get that strong safety. And trading up in this game is crazy. Like, I don't even feel like this is going to take much, especially with this only being 2 spots. Like, I'm not going to lie. I might be able just to get rid of Phil Maffa here. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I can't trade away players, which is dumb. I wish they fixed this for Madden 27. Stupid. I know I have negative salary cap right now, but they should be able to accept the trade because it's helping my salary cap situation. Stupid, stupid game. But maybe like a future 6th-round pick is enough. It's not. Golly, dude. I literally just had to trade away a 5, 6, 7, another 6 and 7. You know how I said it's easy to trade up 2 spots? I honestly feel like this would have easily been accepted in real life, so I don't feel like I gypped them out too much just to trade back 2 spots. And watch after all of that, man, that strong safety not even be there at 16, which it looks like he is, thank God. But I already know what's about to happen here. Lance Lawrence is about to be the best player in the entire class. I've seen these USC strong safeties be as high as rated as 87. He probably won't be able to play for us for a year, but even if that's the case, we should be able to trade him for something pretty good if we don't win the Super Bowl next year. And as you see, number 1 in true value, got him at 16. Hidden dev, which we don't know again if that's X Factor, superstar or not. But in terms of his true value, this is an incredible start to this draft. And keep in mind, I got myself 1 more first-round pick this draft. And like I said, I do want to try and target receiver. Ooh, this Jay Warren guy actually looks really good. Like, by far the best receiver at this point left in the draft. A awareness, B catching, A medium route running, A spec catch. He's absolutely the pick. A little short, but he can play in the slot. He can replace the outgoing Ryan Flournoy, or might have to actually replace Rashee Rice production. Come on, can you please be a good target for Sam Darnold? 7 in true value. Got him at 28. Hidden dev. A massive dub. Now, unfortunately, it's all up to the CPU. What a draft here, boys. That strong safety comes in at 84, so he's going to replace Caleb Downs. I'm going to convert him over to free safety. Jay Warren, 78 overall, probably easily be our number 3 receiver, so he can get some playing time as a rookie, which unfortunately means he might win Rookie of the Year, which would mean I have to trade him away immediately. Oh, it's like so many different strategies my brain has to try and take in this video. At least we don't have to worry about these 3 guys that the CPU took, because they all suck. But the time has now officially come, boys. It's like I don't even know where to start. I guess with Caleb Downs, since he's probably the one we'll be able to get the most for in return, since he still got like 4 years left on his contract, his second-year superstar. Let's see what we get offered, though. That's not promising. There's got to be something decent here. Like, is Jerry Jeudy actually our Rashee Rice replacement? He might have to be, dude. Josh Downs actually wouldn't be that bad. Oh, is that actually what we have to do? Do we have to trade for Josh Downs? We have to give the Indianapolis Colts Caleb Downs? Wait, this is actually funny. Downs for Downs. Wait, are they actually brothers? Hold on, that's actually so funny. I completely forgot about that. We're about to trade a brother for a brother here. Let's see if we also get something else in return, too, while we're at it. Tanner Bortolini wouldn't be bad. Although, it's not like he can really start for us. Oh, God. What do I do, man? Do I just try to get a draft pick? We do need cornerback depth. Maybe that Cam Taylor-Britt that we could steal. I don't know. Maybe try to get a second-round pick. So, Caleb Downs for his brother, Cam Taylor-Britt. Second-round pick. Submit it through. Trades declined. Guess we take out the second. Trade officially accepted. I guess at the end of the day, at least we get 2 starters for Caleb. Now, unfortunately, time to get rid of Rashee Rice. And honestly, I don't even know what I need. I'm probably just going to try to get best player available. Why are you offering me Caleb Downs? I don't understand why teams do this, dude. Like, you just got him. I'm not even going to lie, dude. I really don't like anybody that we just got offered. Like, Brian Thomas would be nice, but we don't really need receiver now. Is this where we try to get running back? Well, at the same time, is there a better running back than Travis Etienne that has superstar or worse? Like, probably not. So it's like, what do we even do here, man? Well, maybe we can swap them for Quinshon Judkins. Do we just try to get a lot younger? Like, can we bring in Harold Fannin and Mason Graham at the same time? So I wouldn't mind trading away Jake Ferguson, because we're gonna have to get a new defensive tackle anyway. For all I know, we can get a first-round pick in this. I really have no clue. So if we get Judkins to be our new running back, because like the thing is, he's 22 years old, so he can progress a lot faster than Etienne, who's like 27, 28. In our next trade, where we have to trade away Kobe Turner, we could throw in Travis Etienne in that trade, get somebody good in return. So let's just see what the Browns say to this. Not even close. Not even freaking close. So if we took out the first round pick, okay, that's not good at all. Literally a waste of breath, man. Like, what are we doing? Maybe I just try to be simple here and make sure we get Kobe Turner's replacement. I wouldn't mind Braden Fisk from the Rams. Are we really about to give the Rams their entire new wide receiver room? We already gave him CeeDee Lamb. Oh, God, this honestly is the most complex rebuild challenge I've ever done. I hate it. It's like I'm literally second guessing every move I make here. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe we try to get Kenneth Grant and their young cornerback, Chris Johnson. Like, there's 2 young starters that can play for us next 3 years, and we still can't land them, man. I think the problem is Rashee Rice is on an expiring contract, so we're not going to be able to get as much as we normally would, and it's probably a good thing that we're having to trade him anyway, because we probably won't be able to afford to re-sign him. So do I just cut my losses and just get Kenneth Grant in return, just on his own? It's still not enough. That's actually insane. Oh, there you go. So instead of just being able to get Kenneth Grant, I got Braden Fisk and a first-round pick from the Rams, which means the only remaining superstar on our entire roster is Kobe Turner here. And I'm not gonna lie, boys, I legitimately have zero clue what to trade him for. I'm probably just gonna take the best offer and run with it. Okay, Luther Burden is actually enticing, man. Ugh, but we already have so many receivers. Is there like a really good star development tight end that I could get? Because I don't really like Jake Ferguson that much. Unfortunately, old Tucker Kraft. Oh, do we do this? Which means I can go ahead and put Jake Ferguson in the deal and maybe get a little bit more. Kobe Turner and Jake Ferguson for Tucker Kraft, Edgerrin Cooper, and Jaden Reed. Screw it, dude. Let's try it. Trade was accepted. What in the world? I mean, I'm not complaining at all. Like Jaden Reed and Edgerrin Cooper are going to be depth players for us, but I definitely feel like we won this trade here. I mean, God, dude, the moves that we made bring the squad up to an 88 overall, an 89 offense, and 87 defense. And it's crazy to have a team that good when you literally have 0 superstars and the entire roster. Is this team good enough to win the Super Bowl, though? I really don't know, but at least bare minimum in our second season here, we should make the playoffs. So after 2 hours of blood, sweat, and tears from yours truly, hopefully the squad can actually show some life this season for the first time. 11-6, boys! You best believe that I'll take it. I don't know, though, if our team is actually good enough to go on a Super Bowl run here, but at least this season was a step in the right direction, as we actually ended up earning the 3 seed. But you already know, whoever had a good season for us is probably going to have to be traded away after the dev trait went up to Superstar. Like, my worst nightmare is having like 5 of our players end up going up to Superstar. Our offense went all the way up to top 10 in the NFL. Defensively, we improved as well up to 13. Oh God, Sam Darnold had a good season. 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, so he threw a lot of picks, but still, man, throwing for that many yards, that many touchdowns, there's a very, very good chance he got himself that superstar, which would mean for the second time, we have to trade away our quarterback and somehow find a replacement. Again, we'll cross that bridge once we get there. On the ground, Etienne with an okay season. If, like, we're going to win the Super Bowl, though, I feel like we might have to end up getting a better running back, but I don't know how that's possible, though, with him being like an 89 rated star, because there's not many 90 rated running backs that don't have superstar. Now, Josh Downs, okay, led the team, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, had a better season than Chris Olave, better season than the rookie. Although the rookie, that's really good numbers. 867 yards, 7 touchdowns. That worries me, though, because if he won Rookie of the Year, he's probably a superstar, which means we'd have to trade him away immediately. Anyways, our new tight end, Tucker Kraft, good year, 800 yards, 7 tutties. We already re-signed him, so that's good. Now, defensively, oh no, oh no, oh no. Adrian Cooper, our new addition to the linebacker, 150 tackles, but what I'm oh-noing about is the sack total. Rashawn Gary, 16.5 sacks. George Karlaftis with 14. Braden Fisk with 10. Byron Murphy with 8. You saw last year, Kobe Turner became a superstar with 10 sacks. So I'm really worried that we might end up having to trade away all 3 of these guys. Because with double-digit sacks, there's a really good chance all 3 of them become a superstar. Oh, man, let's just hope, though, that Sam Darnold didn't win MVP, which he didn't. Goes to Jalen Hurts. He did come to the top 10 just barely, squeaking his way in 10th. I really do hope, though, that his interception total was just enough to scare away the Madden simulation system from increasing his dev trait. Thankfully, we didn't have the offensive player of the year. Josh Downs came in 4th, so like there's a chance he goes up to superstar. We have to trade his brother, then him away in back-to-back seasons. Now, defensive player of the year, thank God, did not go to a Cowboy. We actually had Rashawn Gary finish somehow behind Kobe Turner, who had less sacks than him last year. Kobe Turner came in 4th, so I'm wondering if that's why he became a superstar. But Rashawn Gary, even with more sacks, came in 7th, so I'm hoping maybe we can hold on to both him and George Karlaftis next season. Offensive rookie of the year does not go to our wide receiver. He came in 2nd, thank God. But again, that still might be good enough for him to become a superstar. Our rookie didn't win it. Lance Lawrence came in 3rd, which I do actually need to go check, because I have a feeling that he started as a superstar, maybe even an X Factor. Which, even if he is, he's locked in for the playoffs because the trade deadline has gone and passed. Oh, God, yep. Lance Lawrence, 89 overall X Factor, who doesn't even have the awareness to face the right way in his player profile. So yeah, appreciate Lance Lawrence while you can, because by the start of next season, he's got to be on a different roster. Now, I guess we do need to go ahead and check and see if anybody else became a superstar, which offensively, no, thank God. But again, as you saw last year, chance maybe 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of these guys become a superstar and have to get rid of them. Defensively, it looks like only Lawrence is an X Factor. But again, keep in mind, there's a chance we have to trade away 6 players next season. But maybe I'm just talking a bunch of tomfoolery, because again, there's a chance that this year, in season number 2, we could go ahead, complete the rebuild, and win the Super Bowl. Which I don't feel like that'd be too far-fetched, because we're already up to a 90 overall team at 91 offense, 89 defense, which is absolutely capable of winning the Super Bowl. After all that, though, watch us end up getting first rounded here at home. Obviously, they play the Packers, who have Jake Ferguson that we traded him, so gotta hope he doesn't try to come out for revenge. And I got a bad feeling Kobe Turner is going to hit us in the backfield a couple times this game. But let's just hope here, after 2 hours of blood, sweat, and tears from yours truly, we just don't get first rounded, at least like make it to the divisional round. We did win 16-10. Oh my God. And of course, we have to take on Sam Darnold's former team here. 13-10 though, kind of gross, but hey, I guess at the end of the day, a win is a win. Sam Darnold, good game, definitely outperformed Jordan Love, while Josh Jacobs had double the rushing yards of Travis Etienne. Haha, Tucker Kraft going off against his former team. You love to see it. But speaking of former team, we have to get past Dak Prescott here. Obviously, another player that desperately wants revenge for his team trading him away, which he had himself another really good season. Does suck. We have to travel. Does suck. We have to travel to Seattle. Travel to Dak Prescott's home stadium. But if we win this game in just our 2nd season of asking, we will make it to the conference championship game, which we lose by 3. Gosh dang it. Oh man, what happened? Offense sucked. 213 yards. Sam Darnold had a decent game. We're just not running the ball well. But again, I just don't know how we even improved the running game. JSN went off. It's just gross, man. Disgusting. And with us making a half-decent deep playoff run, just from that alone, might have improved the dev trade of some of our players, which I really freaking hope not. Oh God, boys. It's time to reveal the bad news here, as the Lions win their first ever Super Bowl. Well, before we actually check the dev trait changes, like at least that's good news. I think what happened was trading away Dak Prescott's contract, which is worth like $50 million a season, had some crazy cap penalties, so those should just released. So that's why we have such a huge influx of cash here, which is great because we can actually sign free agents if I want to this year. Let's see. Let's rip the band-aid off. Oh god, dude. Tucker Kraft, we just got him, and immediately gonna have to trade him away. God dang it, man. Josh Downs gonna have to trade him away. The Downs family's gonna think I have something against them, so you're gonna trade the brothers away in back-to-back seasons. There's already 2 players we gotta get rid of, which at least, like, the good news here is this rookie is all the way up to an 83 rated, so that's nice. So even if, like, we don't get a replacement for Josh Downs, we have Jaden Reed still there, so we should be fine at receiver, but, like, somehow we have to find a way to replace Tucker Kraft with a better tight end, who somehow at the same time isn't a superstar yet. But that's 2 players we have to get rid of. How about on defense? Okay, not really what I expected. Out of all the players that could have got depth trait increases with 10 plus sacks, is Jalen Thompson our strong safety, which is a little unfortunate because that does mean somehow we're gonna have to replace both of our safeties in the same offseason. It's just not what I expected, but honestly, dudes, it could have been worse. So Lance Lawrence, Jalen Thompson, Tucker Kraft, Josh Downs, once again, this offseason, have to trade away 4 of our better players. But again, good news, Sam Darnold didn't get a dev trait increase. Probably because he's starting to go backwards in overall. He's at 87 rate, which isn't bad at all. But it would have been much more of a cluster if next season, with everybody else that we had to get rid of, we'll also at the same time had to find a way to bring in a new quarterback. So at least we don't got to worry about that. And on top of all that, we actually have 2 first-round picks. Oh, God, I didn't think about this. Yeah, we have $150 million to spend. But we got to accept Byron Murphy's 5th-year option. Got to re-sign Chris Olave. Josh Downs, we got to re-sign, so I might as well just go ahead and trade him. Oh, God, Kevin Dotson, Tyler Guyton. That's just his 5th-year option. Might as well accept it. Make sure I trade him away, get something. LT Overton, I don't really care about. DeMarvian, Overshown, he hasn't really played for us. Okay, so maybe it actually isn't as bad as what I thought. Pretty much all we gotta do here, re-sign Kevin Dotson, trade away Josh Downs before free agency starts, and re-sign Chris Olave. Hopefully Chris Olave just accepts this deal straight up. Which he doesn't! What the frick? Not too bad for you, young man, that I do have the capability with the $150 million just sitting there to franchise tag you for $36 mil. I'll do it. I'm a crazy man. Kevin Dotson hopefully won't give me as big of an issue. Give you 4 years, even up the money a little bit. Send it through. Long-term center's back with us for another 3 seasons. Suppose with this, we go ahead and trade away Josh Downs. And like I said, I do want to try to get the best tight end option possible since we got to get rid of Tucker Kraft. And if I have to use it, I would be willing to go ahead and trade away one of these first-round picks. But again, it's like I don't know what the best option I'm going to be able to get at tight end, since all the good tight ends at this point are probably superstar or better. She's like Harold Fannin. I actually really want him somehow. He's only 23 years old. He's still a star, 86 rated. But is like he the actual best option? After looking through all the teams, abso-freaking-lutely, dude. We got to find somehow, some way, to bring in Harold Fannin. I mean, I would do it straight up, honestly. Oh, I'm super close, dude. Let's go ahead and lock this in. Some day 3 picks from 2029 still declined, but now we just go in and throw in a can of tuna. Jerome Bell trade is accepted. We have ourselves, hopefully, our long-term starter at tight end, who would, in an ideal world, outperform the outgoing Tucker Kraft. But since we did re-sign Tucker Kraft already, I think what I'm going to do is wait until the start of next season, or at least wait until free agency is over with and see what we really need. Because, like, keep in mind, I still have to get rid of him, still got to get rid of Lawrence, and still got to get rid of Jalen Thompson. I feel like it would be smart, though, to wait until after free agency, which unfortunately is really not too much. It looks good here. So I guess I could just throw out some offers to everybody I want to, because it doesn't look like anybody that's available in free agency is a superstar. Maybe I try. Oh, dude, that sucks. The one player I was interested in, since we need safety, is Andre Cisco, and as an 81 rated, he's a superstar. Like, bite me. But maybe as like a backup plan, I can sign some youngsters. I got Kamari Ramsey here, 23 years old, out of USC. Maybe give him a long-term deal, lock him down. I mean, hopefully he's not our starter. It's just a 77 rated, but he's a good backup to have just in case. And the strong safety, kind of same thing. He's not as young, but we can get Deshaun Elliott just in case. Wait, what am I talking about? We have Justin Reed. That means there's only one safety that we need this offseason. So that makes things a little bit better. But I will throw out some dumb offers like DeAndre Swift here, because like if anything, dude, having an 87 rated running back as a backup, it would be incredible. And at least for now, we do have the money to spend. I mean, we don't really need Marlon Humphrey, but since we have the money, might as well not waste it. Same thing with DeAndre Swift, unfortunately. Again, I don't need Hunter Henry, but I'd like to have him as our backup to Harold Fannin, which, just kidding, he's asking for $14 million as a backup tight end, so let's abort mission there. Maybe get Drew Tranquil here to be a backup to Nick Bolton for a season, and screw it, I guess. Let's go ahead and put in an offer on Christian Wilkins, which with all these targets, like the only one I really need is his free safety, but I like to at least get like 2 of these guys. We'll send the offers through. we end up signing DeAndre Swift and the free safety. So we missed out on a few of our targets. I guess I could throw in an offer for Grover Stewart. Since we didn't get Marlon Humphrey, I guess I could get Garrett Williams on the cheap here. I'm actually going to have to, unfortunately, up Grover Stewart's offer if they actually want to bring him in. So we have his top offer, Garrett Williams' top offer, and we end up landing just Grover Stewart. But in terms of just getting depth for next season, especially we didn't sign anybody last free agency because we didn't afford it, I guess it's a pretty good free agency haul. And we still got the draft to go, which the 5th and final mock draft has us going left tackle again, go figure. Don't understand the infatuation with them mocking us a left tackle every time. Then our next pick has us going right tackle, dude. Don't understand the infatuation with linemen, but that's like the last thing that we need right now. So with that being the case, I really do wonder if before we start the draft, that's a bad sign, bad sign. So yeah, ASAP, it's the perfect time to go ahead and get rid of those players we have to trade away. Starting with our second-year X-Factor free safety, Lance Lawrence, who I feel like we should get something pretty big in return for. Okay, T. Higgins, 90 overall. I think would be like the second highest overall player in our entire team, maybe even the highest. But again, we don't really need receiver. I mean, I guess we could since we did get rid of Josh Downs. Who is the highest overall non-X-Factor / superstar receiver in the NFL at this point? Drake London. Why he's not an X-Factor or a superstar at 94 overall, who knows? Let's just see how far off this deal is. Made it through about halfway. I do want to trade away Tyler Guyton. I completely forgot I still employ Cooper Beebe, who's a backup. There's no point in having him on the roster. So let's see if that's enough to bring in Drake London. It's not, but it is in the yellow. Dude, bringing a 94 rated receiver would be huge. Maybe a second round pick from 2029. It is in the green. I'm not go ahead and throw in a 3 and 4 as well. God, might have to be a future one, unfortunately, but I think it would be worth it for Drake freaking London, dude. Wait, what do you mean it'll put you over the salary cap? What in the world does that even mean? Hold on. Let me fix something here. It has been done. It might have took some divine intervention, but we just brought in one of the highest overall non-superstars in the entire game. It did take our young generational safety. It did take Cooper Beebe and Tyler Guyton in a future first, but fellas, if this can win us a Super Bowl, it will all be worth it. We still have Tucker Kraft to trade away here, which we do. Oh God, his awareness is 0. But we do need to try to get a free safety in return, if at all possible. I'd offered Nick Cross, which isn't a bad shout at all. Cameron Bynum wouldn't be bad either. But let's see, at this point in time, who is the highest overall non-superstar free safety in the NFL? Okay, he's not the highest rated, but I feel like Xavier Watts is a perfect fit. 86 overall, so only 3 overall less than Lance Lawrence. Plus, he's the backup for the Falcons since they just got Lawrence, which means he should be a lot easier to trade for, which also means we might be able to get something else in this trade. Like, imagine we were able to land, like, AJ Terrell at the same time. Let's try it. See, dude? That's insane. Hold the freaking phone for a minute, boys. Keep in mind, we still have Jalen Thompson that I need to trade away. Let's try this. Declined. Could just go ahead and get rid of Kobe Durant. Trades accepted, boys. Insanity. We just get Xavier Watts and AJ Terrell, which should bolster our secondary exponentially. And with that, we no longer employ a single superstar. And we still have the draft to go, which, like, the one position I would still appreciate upgrading is left tackle. And I told you guys I had a first round pick that I didn't mind using. So who's the best star option at left tackle in the league? Maybe Paris Johnson? Actually, no, Will Campbell. 1 overall less than Paris Johnson, but he has 2 years left on his contract, so he's going to be a lot cheaper for the next 2 seasons, and he'll probably end up being the same overall as Paris Johnson. I wonder if we could trade away, instead of our 11th pick, the 21st pick. See if they'll accept this. Trades accepted, dude. We keep a top 10 pick in the draft while also adding one of the best young left tackles in the entire game, which absolutely means we are not taking a left tackle with our 11th pick. But it's crazy. Before we even make that 11th pick, man, team up to a 90 overall, the 92 offense, and the 89 defense, which is absolutely insane. Again, when you consider we don't got a superstar in the entire roster. Oh, hold on a second. Forrest Jeffrey might be a generational running back. Are we about to get a generational safety and a generational running back in back-to-back drafts? I know I said the last thing that we need. We signed 87 rated DeAndre Swift to be the backup, but you can't go wrong with drafting a generational player. Again, he might be a guy that we draft that we have to trade away immediately next offseason, but it'll be worth it because he'll probably grow exponentially if he's an X-Factor or a superstar to begin. But he's going to be the pick. Forrest Jeffrey, and I'm assuming in back-to-back drafts, we're about to get the top player. There it is! Forrest Jeffrey, welcome to Dallas. Hidden dev, 93 speed, 96 acceleration. Depending on what his overall is, boys, I might just go ahead and start him, which the CPU will be drafting for us in the second round. Let's see if they can actually help us out here for once. He's an 85 overall, dude. My God. We literally just drafted an 84 rated and the 85 rated in back-to-back drafts. And honest to God, man, even though number 14 is diabolical for a running back, I think I'm going to start him. I mean, I know he's quite a few overall lower than Travis Etienne, but by the end of the season, if he progresses and he really is an X factor, he'll be higher than these two guys by the end of the season. And what do you know, CPU screwing my life up, taking a 69 rated in the second round. God, there's a bunch of good free safeties available that pick. Get a 75 rated free safety that pick, yet they took a 69 overall. But regardless, fellas, I think this team is ready to roll going into season number 3. I mean, we start the season as a 90 overall with that 92 offense and 89 defense. So as these guys progress throughout the season, we might make it up to a 92, 93 rated team come playoff time. The only thing that worries me is in simulation, the running backs overall is so important. Like typically you have an 85 rated running back and more than likely you're not going to have a great year. But with this guy, Jeffrey, 85 overall rookie, he should hopefully make it to a 90 by the end of the season. So I'm hoping for us it ends up working out. We have a great year offensively as a team. But again, with him having hidden dev, we don't know if he's X Factor or Superstar. So at least we have him locked in for the year. But if worse comes to worse and we don't win the Super Bowl this year, we should be able to trade him if he is an X Factor for something pretty huge in the upcoming offseason. But I mean, we have Sam Darnold, who's still at 87 rated. We got Drake London, who's the highest overall non-superstar player we've had this entire time. Not to mention you have him paired up with Chris Olave, Jaden Reed. We got our young year 2 receiver as an 83. Best offensive line we've ever had. Harold Fannin's still a stud. I mean, he's 23 years old, so he's going to continue to get better and better. Hopefully not become a superstar this year. And in my opinion, the best defense we've ever had. Even though we had to get rid of our free safety, we still, I think, had the best cornerback room by far that we've ever had. AJ Terrell coming over. Deron Bland's up to an 85. We got a really good defensive line, good linebackers. So not only do I expect us to comfortably make the playoffs this year, I at the same time expect us to comfortably earn the 1 seed. I mean, for what I was expecting, that's a little underwhelming, but 11-6 is still fine. We get a host of playoff game. Earn the 3 seed, which isn't bad, but let's just hope this is the season we can complete what I feel like is an impossible challenge and win the Super Bowl. A rather inconsistent offensive performance, it looks like. I mean, 11 wins is still fine, but like we're putting up 30 points a game, then struggle to put up 10 against the Eagles and barely put up 10 against the Bills. But if we can put it together, be a little more consistent offensively in the playoffs, maybe we can win the Super Bowl. Good thing we just beat the Panthers like 3 weeks ago, because we play them here first round. Best offensive performance we've ever had, which doesn't really shock me because our offense was pretty freaking good. Defense was top 5 though. Didn't expect that. Sam Darnold with his best performance yet, which scares me. Because this might have won him MVP, and even if it didn't, he probably finished top 3. So like, there's a very real chance if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, he becomes a superstar in the offseason if he's not already. And if that happens, we have to trade him. But see, on the ground, the young rookie didn't do too bad. Forrest Jeffrey, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, not horrible at all. Which after this season, he is an X Factor up to 90 overall. So kind of just like I predicted, if we don't win the Super Bowl, we're also going to have to trade him away. But we should be able to get something good in return for him. Now, through the year, Drake London, as expected, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. Good year from Chris Olave, good year from Harold Fannin, and a good year from our second-year receiver. Defensively, no crazy sacks this season. Rashawn Gary was the only one to get double-digit sacks, so I don't really feel like I got to worry about any of our players becoming a superstar on the defensive side of things. Now, let's see. Sam Darnold did not win MVP, but like I said, he did come in the top 3. So there's a very real chance we will lose both our quarterback and running back in the same offseason. Also, Drake London, dude, he won Offensive Player of the Year, so it is almost guaranteed that he's going to become at least a superstar. He might skip superstar, make it straight to X Factor. And if that's the case, dude, we might lose our quarterback, running back, and wide receiver 1 all in the same offseason. I can't take it anymore, dude. Again, at least if that's the case, I don't feel like we have to worry too much on the defensive side of things. This would be really hard, though, rebuilding your 3 best players. It would be really hard, though, replacing like 3 of your best players all in the same offseason, which I guess we go ahead and see. There's a chance that maybe 1 or 2 of them already became a superstar, which not quite. Just the running back is the X factor. Defensively, still everybody just star or worse. Now, team is up, just like I predicted, to a 93 overall, 95 offense, and 91 defense. I would be willing to put good money on the fact that we're the highest overall team in football right now, which means even though we didn't get the 1 seed, the 11 wins, we do have to go to the wild card round, I still feel like there's a very realistic shot that we complete the challenge this year. Now, as I just showed you a moment ago, we just beat the Panthers about 3 weeks ago. So surely this time around in the playoffs in a home game, we don't get knocked out by Bryce Young and the Panthers and advance into the NFC divisional round. W! Not even close as expected. A 21-point dub, complete domination from start to finish. Our rookie's playing good ball right now. Drake London's playing great ball. But can we continue to play great ball, beat the Atlanta Falcons here, and advance into our first conference championship of the day? Oh, it's been done by the skins of our shaft. For the first time today in 3 seasons, we have made it to the NFC Conference Championship game. 1 win away now from the Super Bowl. Close though, boys. It was close. 24-21. Went into overtime, by the way. About 900 yards combined between the two teams. Both quarterbacks with good games. Oh my god, dude. There was 12 sacks combined between the two, which is kind of crazy. I do like the fact that our young rookie running back is able at least to keep up with Bijan Robinson here. Don't like the fact that Christian Kirk and Elijah Surratt outgained all of our receivers. But a win is a win, and we'll take it. And we just need one more right now. One more just so we can sniff the Super Bowl, which we didn't play the 49ers in the regular season, so I have no idea how this is going to go. But our offense is playing good right now, boys. We need one more win. We get this game at home, and you'll see your Dallas Cowboys without a single superstar on the roster make it to the Super Bowl for the first time today. I will say in challenges like this and rebuilds like this, making it this far, this close to the Super Bowl, only to lose, is like the biggest morale killer you could ever imagine. So let's hope today, for the mental health, we get this dub, advance to the Super Bowl, and we were never losing, dude! 1 win away. One more dub, another close game, 31-28. We held out the 49ers. They scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. They outgained us by 100 yards, but a win is a win, brother. Sam Darnold continues his insanity run. Good game from our rookie. We were outgained by Xavier Legette through the air. But ugly or not, a dub is a dub. We have brought the Dallas Cowboys back to the Super Bowl without a single superstar on the roster. Which I will say, I do want to show you, the Super Bowl week is when the dev trait changes. And there's like a really good chance that we gained a bunch of superstars. Which again, they're locked in for the playoffs because the trade deadline's over with. This will just show you, if we lose this game, how many players we have to get rid of. So, oh god, dude. Sam Darnold, Drake London as expected, Harold Fannin. Really only got to have him for a year. So if we lose the Super Bowl here, going into next season, we'd have to get rid of 4 of our best offensive players. Oh, how about defense, though? Okay, I didn't expect that. Just kidding. For some random reason, our backup cornerback's a superstar. That's 5 players. That'll be the most amount of players we'd have to get rid of in one season. And I hope to God that doesn't happen, because it won't happen if we can just end the challenge right here, win the Super Bowl, which is going to be tough because we have to beat the Bills, who have 99 overall Josh Allen. James Cook is a 99. Greg Rousseau's up there. Maxwell Harrison's turned into a lockdown cornerback. Oh, one more win, fellas. One more win is all we need. I don't like that at all, though. Week 5, we already played the Bills at home, and that was one of our biggest stinker performances of the season. I think that's the least amount of points we scored in a single game the entire year, and I don't like the fact that, of course, it's the team that we have to play in the Super Bowl. We did outgain them offensively, so maybe it was just bad luck and all, but come on, we need everybody's A game. Our running back is much higher overall than what he was at this point in the season, so I have full-on confidence that we're going to get it done and bring the Dallas Cowboys their first ever Super Bowl since 1995, since the year I was born. 31 years in the making. Can we bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas? Oh my god, dude! We scored 10 points again, but thank God this time, Josh Allen was one of the biggest stinkers in Super Bowl history. How in the world did this happen? I have no idea, fellas. They outgained us. I don't care. I don't care whatsoever. In the ugliest Super Bowl in the modern era, we've officially completed one of the most insane rebuild challenges that I've ever attempted. And if you enjoyed that rebuilding masterclass, you can click right here to watch another one.